We got some budget stuff going on today, man. What's up, guys? Kai, and we're back on the rotten LS Swap now 66C10. In today's video, I'm kind of feeling like these videos are kind of like a diary of how I'm going about this whole process. So today we are going to be taping off these body lines, and I want to paint the top white with rattle can, of course. I'm thinking that I'm not going to paint this top up here, because if you look at the top, that is just pretty. But all of this, all the way around, I'm thinking I want to do that white. Now, I went ahead and took out the wing window, and I took out the windshield, and I took out the back glass, and I'm gonna hit some paint on this dash. I'm not gonna cover the whole dash. I just want to get the spots that I really can't get when the windshield is in. That way we have a cleaner look. Now, I'm gonna be using spray paint, okay? But I'm not just using cheap, whatever throwaway spray paint. I mean, it is pretty cheap, but I'm using that 1K Raptor stuff. So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna primer everything first with 1K. Then I'm gonna use the Raptor White 1K. Fill all the ugly in. If you haven't checked out the last video, we did successfully LS swap the 66 with the 60E behind it. Check out that video. I dropped the links down of the engine and frame mounts that I used and the Amazon cross member that I used. All that stuff went off without a hitch. That was probably the most straightforward LS swap that I've ever done. They usually just don't in place like that. But I'm rambling. This video isn't meant to be long. Let's get to taping and rattle canning. Alright, I've already taped it off. I've already mixed up my paint. I took my razor blade. I went around the body line. I didn't take the top off because we could just sand that stuff off if we get overspray. I even etched it right here. I got it level on both sides. So we're pretty much good to go. I went ahead and I had a bunch of these laying around. AutoZone was having like a throwaway sale at some point last year, and all these prep wipes. Anyway, I got like a bag of those things for like dirt cheap. But I've already wiped everything down, and now it's time to start with the Raptor. Now you're probably wondering, why am I painting this pristine truck? Well, the thing is when we was sanding the body, if this door wouldn't have been this color, if it would have matched the other side, I would have just left it alone. But that kind of throws off the look to me personally. So let's go ahead and talk about what is the actual paint scheme for this truck before I go ahead and shoot this primer on it. This bed, I like that. These fenders, I like this. All of this is staying the same, okay? Even the top. But painting this top half white, and I'm gonna do the bottom half of the doors, not in this video, but I might not even do a video on it. You might just see it one day in the background of one of the videos and it's changed. But I'm gonna paint the bottom of those doors flat satin black, okay? Because I've been sketching, and since this is Mary's and Kyron's truck, I want to make them like their own little special little logo and animated, and you know. And I think the black door, having a black door there and then having a logo on it, will draw all the attention onto that logo. Anyway, no turning back now. And for you guys in the comment section down below, I will be replacing all that window felt and all that stuff, so I'm not worried about all of that. So let's get this side and I'll bring you back. Okay, so I got the first 2 coats of primer on. I wanted to go ahead and pull the camera away. I'm kind of, after we use this camera a little while and we really decided we like this camera, we'll get a second camera, then I can get close-up shots of stuff like that. But so far, that's how we're looking. Looks pretty dang good. Now, I had an epiphany while I was spraying all this stuff down, and I'm thinking, why don't we just leave the dash alone, let overspray get on it, and then we'll sand all that stuff off on a later date and just kind of have like an uncut dash, more or less, and roll with it from there. Or I don't know, I might spray it white anyway, I don't know. But so far this looks good. Nice body line. I did get inside the jam. It's not perfect, as you can see. There's spots that are kind of like meh, but it's not meant to be a perfect truck. It's meant to be a ratty, get on the road quick, let's go truck. So anywho, we got all this situated. I'm gonna let the fan. We're gonna let that cook. I'm gonna go pick up some 1K Raptor because I forgot I didn't pick up any of the white paint. Now that we have some dry time, this Raptor gloss white, we're gonna spray that on the top. I'll probably try to set you guys up for this one. I don't want to hold the camera so close to it because again, we don't got a backup, and I would rather not get paint splatter on my fancy camera. Let's give this a shot. That's pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you back. Okay, I got the 2 coats of the Raptor white on. This is what we're looking like. Again, looks pretty good. I have to sand all that upper stuff off because I don't want to paint the top. But guys, I mean, looks pretty good, guys. I got all the way across the top of the top eyebrow. I got every little spot, even the top wing back there. And I know there's still rust holes and stuff like that. I'm leaving all that stuff. I'm not trying to fix any of that stuff. This is more or less like a 20-footer kind of thing. But even looking at it from like here, it looks completely different already. I'm thinking I'm gonna like the idea with the black door with the rest of the patina on it, because like I think that will bring it all together. Because again, you're gonna see the bed, you're gonna be like, ooh, that's a nice truck. Then black door, mint. Everything's gonna be mint. I don't know if I should go ahead and take this tape line off, or should I let this tack a little bit. My window channels are good. That means I can go ahead and order new gaskets. We can reuse our back glass. That front glass is cracked. We might as well replace it, and then we might as well get some new gaskets and stuff for the vent windows and stuff. So we'll have the inside of this sealed back tight. But I'm rambling. This is probably a boring video, but again, it's like a diary. So I'm just trying to keep you guys updated. At anytime I touch this truck and I start doing stuff, I'm gonna try to record it, and then we'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. So it's dark now. We've had some dry time. It's looking pretty good. I've already pulled the tape off, and I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and knock this door. We're gonna paint this door black. And what are we gonna paint it black with, you might ask? Well, You shouldn't have asked. Turbo. I love these freaking things, guys. These things are freaking awesome. We're gonna let that dry and I'll bring you guys back. Again, kind of want to apologize to you guys. This video, I know it don't feel like it's much, guys, but sometimes you gotta do the stuff that nobody really wants to see. I mean, unless you follow the build or whatever. I mean, this is the stuff that has to get done. And I mean, I don't want to cut any shortcuts or cut any stuff out. I know I keep saying, all right, I'll bring you right back. And yeah, I know that's kind of whack. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I can only show you spray painting something or doing something. And I mean, so anywho, this side is currently drying. It's already starting to have like that matte color. Now, I like this. Is it for everyone? Probably not. All right. We're going to leave all this stuff as is. All of this as is. And we're probably going to get like a reproduction. That side's drying too. Probably gonna get one of these reproductions. I might be able to fix that one. If we can fix that one, I can scuff that one up. That'd be great, because I don't want the entire front clip to be black. Guys, I think I'm gonna call it. I mean, it may not seem like we've done a lot, but again, it's dark. The truck's painted where I want to paint it at. My window channels are clean. That means I can go ahead and get with my glass guy, and we can go ahead and get this glass and stuff back in, get it back sealed up, and we can loosely start putting everything back together. I'm undecided on the dash, guys. In the comments down below, drop something down. Maybe we paint the dash that bed color, that teal looking color. Maybe we just do an out of this world color on it. I don't know. I left the dash has been primered. It got some white on it in some spots, but not enough to really matter. So we're gonna leave that undecided. I think the next thing that we're gonna really try to work on is wiring. Okay, so you guys probably was thinking like, what the heck is he doing to that poor truck? Black door, white top, rest of it like that? I don't know. Well, you are correct. That was a mirage. We needed to paint the doors black because we're trying to get the theme of the truck to stay patina, and I was real unhappy with how that brown door kind of turned out, because it was such a big color difference that it made the truck look a little weird. So painting those doors black like that with thick turbo can action, letting it dry and coming back was definitely the play, because when we sanded it down, now the majority of the door is black, but it fits into the rest of the truck. We even went ahead and scuffed up all that white to give it that look, which now it looks perfect. But I'm gonna go ahead, we went ahead and put the hood back on and all the little pieces. If you look, it kind of flows into the truck now. Now let's go back to this side. See? It flows into it now. So this this is what we was trying to accomplish. That means the top still looks like a bald spot. And with the hood, we went ahead and sanded the hood. Now the hood has like that same look. So now the truck looks awesome. Look at that. Anyway, now that we're not looking goofy no more, we got to take care of this engine bay. So I got it taped off loosely as possible on both sides. What I want to try is this rust fix. Essentially, this is supposed to convert the rust into a dark paintable surface color that isn't rubberized. Pay attention to that because they have a can that you spray on and it turns it to a rubberized finish. We're not trying to get rubberized. We want to keep it. This is a base coat. We're basically using this as a barrier. So we'll shoot this. Then we'll come back with some hot rod black or something to really clean it up. So I'm gonna shoot this, shoot all of this, and then we're gonna spray that other stuff. So let's, now this stuff's supposed to spray on clear. So this stuff stinks. Think of this as a preserver. That's probably still the incorrect term for this, but you know what I'm trying to do. Today we are listening to My Chemical Romance. They did a remix of their 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge album. You should check it out. If this turns out really good, we might not even need to put that top coat, that black coat on it. I don't know. So far, you can definitely see in it starting to darken. So, I'm gonna put the second coat on and then we're gonna let it dry. We're gonna come back and see how it looks. Guys, I think we wasted some of that tape because I kind of like how this is looking. So we might not even, you know, flat black it now. Look at this. It done darkened up real good. I even shot the firewall a little bit. You can definitely see the difference in the firewall. So how about we just go ahead and the world is on my sleeve. Give me a reason to believe. This truck is full of spiders, by the way. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. It kind of gives it that color that it's gonna have with the sweet patina sauce on it. I can dig it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it just like this. We ain't even gonna overcomplicate nothing. We're just gonna keep it cheap, and that means I get to keep that 2K black for another project. Also, we got the tailgate on. Now, that tailgate is cool. I like it. I like the way that it looks. It has like this, I don't know, guys. Mary's gonna come out here, probably not in this video. I'll probably, if I remember it, I'll remind myself to say it in the next video when we work on this truck. But Mary's gonna come out here and hand paint all these letters. I don't know what color she's gonna do them yet. Who knows? But guys, this is awesome. Cause now if you look at it overall, with the white sanded like this, it's smooth. I blended everything. from 320, well, from 80 grit all the way up to like 600 grit. Everything's smooth. Everything kind of flows together. We got rid of that line that was here, made it look more natural. Guys, this actually looks really freaking good. I'm actually quite impressed how all of this turned out. Now, to you guys, it just seemed like I was doing a bunch of spray painting and sanding, and yeah, it was a lot of that stuff. But it worked. How everything turned out, the hood, like the truck actually flows together now. Now I want you to picture this on some steelies or some transport wheels, and I want you to see it tucked, because we're gonna bag this in the future. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up this video. I mean, I know this video probably seemed a little lame because all we did was spray paint and sand, and I kept being like, I'm gonna paint this, show you a couple strokes, come back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, that kind of gets a little but it's part of it. I said earlier in the video that this is kind of like a diary for this truck, and I meant that. Let's go ahead and take this off. Yeah, that looks even better in there. Like I said, it's kind of like a diary. It's kind of to see where this truck goes from here. I had a guy comment saying that it said a funky angle. Maybe the picture that I took kind of put it at a funky angle. It actually sits in the engine bay pretty nice. It does have a little lean to it, but it's nothing crazy. I mean, you can look at it from here. It looks normal. So like, let's just say we go to our Trans Am right here, which this isn't really a good example because I got a jack up underneath it, but they're all at like a slight angle, like just a slight angle. But I'm rambling at this point, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate all the love on these videos. I was watching one of my other content creators that I like to watch, and he was talking about YouTube changing stuff with the revenue or ad revenue or all that kind of stuff. Look, if you find my page, you find my page. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you guys are watching the videos. Here lately, we've been getting a lot more views, a lot more return views. And for that, guys, I appreciate it. I'm not sure if that has something to do with you guys being awesome, or that has something to do with you guys still being awesome and me uploading more content more frequently. So either way, we love all the support, guys. We have grown a lot this year, and we're just about to hit 2,000 subscribers. So if 2,000 of you guys want to watch me do pickpot stuff like this, man, that's more than what I was getting just posting my stuff on social media and letting it go. And my family greatly appreciates it. I greatly appreciate it. And it's kind of like a ongoing dream, okay? Like I don't plan on making this like a full-time thing. I just enjoy putting stuff out. I don't want to make this a business. So, and I like my my full-time job. So, but you guys are the reason why I keep coming back every couple of days, recording myself in funky angles. Like I could have did all this stuff off camera and probably could have had it done one day. Instead, it's just taking like 3-4 days to do, because you got to stop, camera position here, audio, tweak this, tweak that. It'll turn something that's supposed to be so simple into like a week adventure. So I have to plan this stuff out, what I'm gonna do. But I'm rambling, guys. The recorder's saying that we're about up. So I'll see you guys in the next video. But do not forget, drink water. It is hot. Be careful stepping outside because there's snakes out. It's that time of the year. Be safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. This part of living it. All right. Get out. My Chemical Romance.